Right, so we stripped back the felt and we exposed the ply. We've got a little bit of a water leak, which there was a chipped tile on the interlocking bit over here. You can see the white staining in the water, and you can see where the fiberglass valley is split. But underneath here is water. So that's only a bit of water there, so there's obviously water underneath there, and it's probably been tracking in through there. But what I intend to do now is to strip this decking off and the sides off, and as I say, you can see where it's rotten on here, so it's obviously been leaking for quite a while on this section of ply on that front section. So what I might do is strip this section off here, then take it back to one size, so it's a bit lower and we can take the step out of it. Got my trusty Polish worker down there on the saw bench, and big thumbs up for Poland. Right, so we've done the first section. So what we've done, we've put down 18mm ply down on top of the furring strips, and then we've put 18mm ply up the sides. What we've done, we've cut a chamfer on the top of the felt there, and the reason we've done that is so when we put the felt down, if you've got like a straight edge like a 90 degrees, what you'll end up getting is like pooling. Any water coming down there, it won't be able to vent out. So at least with like a 45 chamfer, the felt will come down, and any excess water that goes underneath will then vent out onto the box gully. So there's a little bit of insulation that obviously the builders missed out when they put in this box gully or extension, and luckily the client had some rock wool inside, so we replaced that so there's no dew point or condensation going to gather from underneath the void inside the ply. So as I say, we've put new ply down at 18mm, and we've got a second section there. What it did, they stepped it up, which you don't really do that if you was doing lead such, so you could put a join on it. But what I want to do is take this section off, lower it down, and just put one continuous run as we do it in G.R.P, like fiberglass. It doesn't really matter about expansion and contraction, so we can lay it in one complete section. So we're going to do the same again, strip this area off here, take the furring strips out, lower it down, and put one continuous run right way across the top. So I'll take another picture and come back to you when we strip this off, just to see if there's any abnormalities underneath this ply here. Okay, right, okay, so got all the box gully now. It's decked out with new 18mm ply, exterior grade ply, and with the chamfer all the way around it. What I've done, I've taped the joints with like duct tape or gaffer tape, whatever you want to call it. That's so that we don't lose too much resin through the joints. And what happened then, if you get a crack or something like that, the resin will run through, and you'll leave a dry spot on the actual fiberglass, and you get like a little white spot. But also you could get like a air bubble in there and a heat bubble, and it'll just blister up. So it's best if you seal all the cracks and joints, and then one, you save on resin, two, you don't get like dry spots and you don't get it blistering. So that's ready now. Basically what I like to do is with wood, I like to give it like a primer, mix up resin, and then just give it a coat over with a roller. You might think it's wastage and that, but again, if you get anything that's dry bit of wood or not or anything like that, it could react to it. So if you just give it one quick coat of resin, and it should only take like 15 minutes, knock out quite strong, so you can roll it on quite quick, and resin it all out, and then let it go for about 15-20 minutes till it's sort of touch dry, and then you can start then applying resin with your chop strand mat. And it's just something I find it's a lot easier. It just stops the draw on it. It's a lot easier to work with. The resin doesn't soak through, you don't get dry spots, and it'll just work a lot easier. It used to say it doesn't suck through and it doesn't absorb, so you'll just find it a lot easier. So next stage is the I'm going to give it a coat of resin, and then I'm going to start applying the fiberglass. Right, now we've finished the glass in, and we're just waiting for that to go off. What we'll do is tomorrow we'll come back, we'll run over it, give it a quick sand down, get any spiky bits off it, give it a coat with flow coat, grey flow coat, and then let that go off for about an hour, and then come back, refelt underneath, put the battens back on, and then retile it in and make good to the valleys. over in the back there. We've got a lead valley this side, which should just fold back down. This one is a fiberglass valley, and it was broken and it was actually leaking, so we'll slide a bit of lead underneath that. We can dress it down onto the new box gully, and on the front we'll cut it off. So you can always go slightly over, and then we'll just cut it back with the grinder, get a nice edge on it, and then once it's painted, that'll look really nice. And then we can redo the cement work on the verge at both sides. So back tomorrow. Right, and there we have it. All the tiles are back in, and just got to cement up the two valleys and the verge, and that's it. It's all done. And we have a seamless box gully. Doesn't expand and contract like lead or felt or split in the cold weather. A lot more durable and easy to keep clean, and much better job all round. So hope it gives you a little bit of an insight, and maybe you can tackle the job yourself. Okay, thank you, goodbye.